All right, if you've been following the channel a while, you know that we cover pretty much every Supergirl book here, and I've read every one in the history of Supergirl. And so I come into this, it's been a while. I mean, they did Tom King's Supergirl, which was like an alternate history. They really don't have any direction for the character as usual. So they just put out a one-shot throwaway special by Mariko Tamaki. Now, Mariko Tamaki did the I Am Not Starfire train wreck, and it looks like she's bringing a lot of that same energy to Supergirl. I feel like these writers, when they come in, like Mariko Tamaki, try to put in their own personality into the characters rather than let the characters be themselves, because they're talentless hacks. They can't do this. And this is the same case that we have with Mariko Tamaki. By the way, if you want some good books, I have my links in the description below. I write my own. I'm a #1 best-selling comic author without the help of Marvel and DC. Please check out my independent work because it's so much better than this, guys. Flying Sparks will scratch that itch for you if you like Supergirl. I do Supergirl done right in that book. But on her own and ready for battle, that's exactly not the contents of this book at all. It starts out with a Facebook post, a bunch of Facebook posts. Yeah, or Instagram posts, or whatever website they're copying via this here. What a disaster right here. So you get just like a smattering of nonsense for page 1, and then it sets the scene and nothing's happened while Supergirl hasn't done anything. And she's kind of just sitting around having the sads because there's a Power Girl out there, and she's the same as Kara, Supergirl. She doesn't know her identity, doesn't know who she is. Fortunately, she hasn't decided to become a man or a they-them yet. That's going to be, I guess, for a future issue. But we're sitting watching this here, and you can see it's just boring, uninspired art with no backgrounds, very lazy as they copy-paste like the same things over and over again here. And that's it. It continues on, and nothing happens. She's back to talking with Clark Kent, or Jonathan Kent, I think. One of the Kents. As she's struggling to find her identity here. Oh, so riveting. And more pages of just talking heads struggling to find their identity. She goes back and thinks about Krypton, where she's just a normal high schooler struggling to find her identity. And of course, there's diverse black Kryptonians, who she's running against, and she's not as good as the black Kryptonian. She has to fail because that's how you do things these days. And then it's back to talking and struggling to find your identity. So we're how many pages into this book now? And nothing's happened whatsoever. They go find a crisis at this point, and there's no villain in this book at all because there's no plot to it. And finally, Power Girl shows up and helps her out while she's something bad happens, and she recalls her past and failing while she's struggling to find her identity. And then Power Girl helps her save the day, and she's like, "Oh, I kind of like you." And Power Girl goes, "I kind of like you too." And that's it. Nothing else happens in this entire... You see this. It's just pages of people standing around with this right here. It is horrible. I mean, I can't believe a book was published like this and an editor didn't go, "Hey, you need a plot or something for this character." $5.99 for this special. And they really just did a big disservice to Supergirl. There's nothing super about her in this. There's nothing with Kara's personality that transfers over to this. It is literally just Mariko Tamaki having her own self-doubts inserted into the book and no plot whatsoever. What a train wreck. So disaster, 3 out of 10. And what a just awful read. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.